Here with our trades is Ari Wald, Managing Director and Head of Technical Analysis at Oppenheimer. Ari, why should Blackstone move higher? Dry powder?
Dry powder, and I think this entire list, as we think about stocks still well below their prior highs, I think this next leg of the bull market is going to be driven by rotation into these names. For starter, here's a stat for you. The S&P 500 is up 28% from last October's low. But if you look at prior bull market cycles coming out of a non-recessionary bear market, so we do want to consider these more late economic cycle conditions, the median gain, even in that environment, is typically from the bottom to the peak about 60, 70%. Even on the more muted side, that bull market should get you high about 45 to 50%. The point being is that we do think there's more upside here over the coming year. So we're increasing the beta to our portfolio. We upgraded financial services to overweight, just giving a broadening list of stocks that are reversing their prior decline, like Blackstone, which has moved above its 200-day average. Here's the trade for Blackstone. That 200-day average comes in at around $87. That's key support. The bullish trade is intact above there. I think there's upside into $110 as the stock gets back to some peak levels from last year.
Interesting kind of turn there to watch, area if you're right. What about in cybersecurity? For instance, CrowdStrike. It's down, 50% from its all-time highs, but up 40% this year. Are you as excited about this one?
We are, and this gets to the broadness of the technology sector. It is not just 5, 6, or 7 stocks. This is probably one of the sectors that are showing the broadest strength across the board, and it's going to be that rotation that drives the sector higher. When one stock pauses, another's going to take over the leadership role. And for rotation, we do like CrowdStrike, which just in June finally broke higher. It moved above its 200-day average, and we think is in the process of reversing last year's decline. So for CrowdStrike, for traders, 141 is the recent low. I'd even give it flexibility down to 132. That's the 200-day average with upside into 205. So I still think there's some upside left in CrowdStrike.
All right. Finally, Aptiv, the automotive tech company, down 40% from its highs, up 16 this year. Are they benefiting from electrification or what?
There is. This is a play on consumer cyclicals. I think generally speaking, we want to own technology, industrials, financials, and consumer cyclicals as well. Here's another name that's rated outperform by the covering analyst at Oppenheimer. So you have the dual tailwinds on a technical basis. The key point is that here's a stock that's just reclaiming its 200-day average, and this longer-term base is occurring at an important level. This, you go back to the breakout from the fourth quarter of 2020 above the stock's 2018 peak. So the trade here is intact above $100 support. That's the 200-day with upside into 130. I think this stock makes its way back to where it originally started to break down in the early parts of 2022.
Okay, so all of this kind of hinges, though, on what the market overall does. A lot of questions about that heading into the second half. Is there any particular protection that you think these companies have against a downside scenario?
It's not necessarily protections that they have. I guess the key point being price momentum, a market anomaly that has shown to post solid returns over the benchmark, looking at various market cycles over a century of data. I mean, the key point for us is that areas that have been limiting market participation, most notably value areas and small caps, are just starting to move higher. So as long as that's still the case, as long as the Russell 2000 gauge of small cap stocks is holding its pace, holding its 200-day average, I think the assumption is that the bull market is intact. It's got firepower in these unloved areas to move higher. And with that said, this 28% decline should start to get to some of those average levels that we led the show with.